What up? So I made a concoction, like a chicken and rice stew type of thing with some potatoes. Yeah, I don't know what I want to call it yet, but we're going to stick with a stew for now. So the veggies I'm going to be using are green pepper, red pepper, onion, carrots, and celery. And I also, during this process, I am going to go ahead and chop up some fresh garlic also, because fresh garlic is key. It's key when it comes to stews, and when it comes to like just stuff like that where you're gonna be putting a lot of ingredients in. Go ahead and use some fresh garlic. That flavor, I can't make it up. Okay, I can't make that flavor up. Like it's fresh garlic is just so much better. But I did end up using garlic powder too, so you're gonna see as the process go. Here go my fresh garlic. I got this from Aldi. They got fresh peeled garlic, because if you know, the most annoying part about garlic is peeling it. So this is already peeled, got all that, already, done. So went ahead and chopped that up. I'm gonna be cooking this with the veggies first, so you'll see in my process. And since I said it is like a stew type of thing, but I am gonna, as you can see, chop up these baby red skin potatoes also, just because I'm just adding flavor and I'm just doing me right now. Okay, so I added this butter at the bottom of this pan. I added my fresh garlic, I added my veggies, and we're gonna go ahead and let those soften, get it real fragrant. Cover that for a minute. This is how it's supposed to be looking. And at this point, I'm just gonna go ahead and add in my chicken broth, and I'm using 1.5, almost 2 full things of chicken broth. Okay, that's what we're doing. Gonna go ahead and add, I'm using drumsticks because it's easier to melt the drumsticks off the bone, so I'm gonna use drumsticks. And I ended up adding I'll say like 5 cups of water. That really depends on you, but since I'm using a big pan and this was a family pack of chicken and all that, I'm making sure I got half and half. Now let's go in with the seasoning. Adobo, I use some Italian seasoning, some garlic powder, some chili powder, some Cajun seasoning, and I did end up putting in some black pepper. I did end up using some black pepper, because you will have to re-season, because make sure you're tasting this batch, taste the sauce, because this is basically the sauce. So make sure you're tasting that. You're gonna have to go back and season. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So go ahead and keep them seasonings right by you, okay? Because you're gonna have to reuse it. After I let the veggie, everything get to a boil, basically. When the chicken wasn't all the way done yet and not falling off the bone just yet, I added my celery and my carrots. And at this time, once again, I'm re-seasoning, because like I say, you should be tasting this, making sure your seasoning is right. Okay, you know what I say about that. Just check it. Season as you go. At this point, it was starting to fall off the bone. So this is the point where I added the potatoes. The video deleted for that, so I'm sorry. But that's when I added my potatoes and covered it. And, that was it. Now, after you add the potatoes and they get soft, you know what I'm saying? Because red skins, they don't take long either, especially when you chop your potatoes in half. I then added my 2-pound bag of rice, because I love rice. Yes. So we're going to let this simmer. A lot of this, we're going to cooking it on a low, medium heat, and we're going to just be simmering. We're going to let it boil and simmer, because everything just got to become one, and we got to get them flavors in there. So as it becomes one and starts to, actually get done, it's going to start thickening up. Also, at that time, and in sometime in between here, go ahead and take your bones out of your chicken. Well, take your bones out of this. Because since I said I use drumsticks, you don't have to use drumsticks. That's just what I use. But go ahead and take them bones out. You don't want nobody to choke on that. Okay? You don't want nobody to choke on none of that. And this is what it looks like when I let it simmer. Like, a lot of this was simmering for 15, 20 minutes. Like, just simmering until it's done. You're simmering for your vegetables, you're simmering for your chicken, you're simmering for the rice and the potatoes. Everything got to come to a simmer, and it's going to thicken up and look like this. Chicken and rice stew or rice soup. I don't know. You can call it whatever you want, but I call it delicious. Okay? Hope you liked it. Make sure y'all make it. It's going to be good for meal prepping. Yes.